Welcome everyone to Talia Talks podcast. You are here with your host, Talia Majdalawi. I hope you're all doing well and ready to take in this energy to leave with growth and inspired thoughts. How is everyone doing? It has been quite a while since I have put myself on social media as far as like my platforms go, and I'm actually pretty just humbled to be back on my platform, to be able to get on here and use my voice is truly an honor. And just shout out to those who support me and listen to my podcast, watch my content, and just support me on this journey. Thank you so much. It is one journey that I am very blessed to be on, but I can also relate with you that it is not an easy walk in the park. So that is where I'm at right now in this podcast. We are going to talk about how F does not stand for failure. It stands for forever forward. Forever forward. Forever forward. F is for forever forward. No matter how low we feel, no matter how low we get, we have to continue to forever move forward. So please, if you are in a state of mind where you just need some motivation and just a friend, I am here, and let's just vibe with one another and catch up. I'm going to catch up a little bit on myself and what I have been working on, how I've been doing, and please comment, DM me, send me an email, shoot me a message, and let me know how you've been. For those who have been following me for quite some time, for those who know me personally, know that I graduated from an accredited dental hygiene program back in 2020, the year of COVID. And yeah, I have been practicing dental hygiene ever since the year 2020. So I graduated in May, and I started practicing under a legal state or a legal New York State permit, which they offered for dental hygiene graduates during the whole COVID pandemic. So fast forward to 2022, or I should say November 2022, which is where we are now. Wow, it's almost Christmas. So December of 2022. So I've been practicing legally under this permit for 2 years, right? The reason why the state or board of dental hygiene, I guess, allowed such a thing was due to the COVID, due to the pandemic, which was very helpful for graduates like myself, and other graduates who was waiting to take the dental board exam. Unfortunately, I have not passed one of the 3 exams that allow me to legally practice in the state of New York without this permit. So my permit expired this year, 2022, November 30th, 2022. And it has been quite an experience. Ever since I graduated the dental hygiene program, and ever since I've just been practicing clinically under this temporary license, believe it or not, 2 years, it sounds like a little bit, but it feels like a lot. I have encountered incredible people throughout these 2 years in clinic, and they say like you really don't realize what you have until it's gone. And not that I cannot retest or retake my exam, it's just a bummer having to wait again in order to retest. So technically right now I legally cannot practice dental hygiene because my permit expired, and it was only valid for 2 years. And I obviously need one more exam to pass in order to receive my dental hygiene license. So I have really just taken a step back from, I guess, my hobbies, my passions, the things that I enjoy doing, which is like reading, writing, poetry, creating, really, getting on a podcast, getting in front of a camera, in front of a microphone, sharing my experiences with other fellow dental hygiene students, graduates, professionals, clinicians. Like, this has really taken a toll on my self-esteem as a woman, as a clinician, as a student, just in so many different ways. There's just so many layers to this quote unquote failure. And the reason why I call it a failure is because it's like every time I've taken this exam, it's a pass or fail. And whenever I log into the website, it says fail. And I'm like right below a 75. So it's like a smack in the face every single time, and just like a bulging like wound to the heart every time I see fail. So where I'm at right now is let's backtrack a little bit. Where have I been since 2020? Okay. So pandemic hit, and my last semester of dental hygiene school was like completely taken away from me and the rest of my classmates and the rest of the graduating class of 2020. And I know how hard I've worked to accomplish such a rigorous program. Like, I know that my fellow graduating class feels the same way, in the sense where I didn't get a proper graduation. Like, we had our quote unquote graduation via Zoom, and it was just hard emotionally. We were stripped away from our experience and our accomplishments. So that within itself was hard to kind of deal with. And, everyone handles stress differently, and, and everyone has their own coping mechanism. So it was hard for me. I ended up like falling into this state of depression, and I was actually told by my general physician, like, hey, maybe you should get tested to see if you have some kind of like learning curve or learning disability, or you may need extra help, extra time, yada, yada, yada. Maybe you need to speak to someone. Like, I didn't really know who to speak to or who to express, what I was going through with. Like, family can understand you so much. And then on top of that, like, we're in quote unquote quarantine, like we can't see anyone. It was just scary, like a scary time. So I ended up being evaluated for a learning disability, and I was diagnosed with anxiety and ADHD. Obviously, a little bit of depression, and I was put on medication, and I wasn't talking to anyone at the time. Like, I was just kind of trying my best to mask whatever it was that I was feeling internally. And my escape has always been a creative outlet, which for me has always been art, literature, writing, spoken word, YouTube, creating content. So from 2020 up until almost the end of 2022, I was trying my best to keep up with this creative outlet, like, and at the same time trying to pass this exam. And for me, I felt like I don't know how to explain it. Like, deep breath. I feel like whenever I would put any type of content out into the world, I was cheating myself or lying to myself. Like, especially the fact that I promote oral hygiene, I promote mental health and well-being and, yoga and all this stuff. But I wasn't internally feeling that. And I had to take a step back. And when I found myself taking a step back, I started missing it and getting even more depressed. And I kept trying to pass this exam. And I even, I've spent tons of dollars on seminars, on programs, countless hours studying for this exam, and to find that I was just getting the same results was really deteriorating me. And like my last couple of days practicing hygiene and working in a clinical setting, I had two of my favorite patients come in the office, and I pretty much told them what I was going through, and they gave me a hug and told me all the words that just made me feel so humbled and good about myself. Even though I didn't believe it, in that moment, it just made me feel so good about myself. And it reminded me why I want to continue to strive and to accomplish this exam, and to continue serving a community and changing lives, because that's really what we do. As clinicians, as, just everyday work. I mean, I hope that's how you feel when you go to work, is, you changing the lives of people that you encounter. For me, that is my biggest goal. Whether it's dental hygiene or social media or my blog or a podcast, like, I think the people we encounter and the people that we work with play a huge role in our lives, as we do for them. And it has been now, I want to say, it has been almost a month, about 2.5 weeks since I have not been practicing dental hygiene. And I'm like going crazy. I'm like, oh my goodness. I got the help that I needed. I am seeing a therapist. There's nothing wrong with that. I requested extra time on my exam, and I'm just taking a step back, taking a deep breath, and moving forward. I am going to take this time to really believe in myself. I believe that with every failure, there is a light. There is something that I'm missing, something that I need to wake up. And, you know, me just being vulnerable right now on this podcast, just talking about this is a step forward. I must say I am beyond blessed and lucky to have the support system that I do, especially like my coworkers. It's just an overwhelming amount of love that I have for them, and, you know, so much support that they have given me throughout these 2 years. It's incredible. My family, just having the patience with me, the fact that I'm 29, I will be 30 very soon. You know, we're living our lives day to day, you know, comparing ourselves and our journeys and wondering, like, what if I pass this exam? Like, I should be here or I should be there. And it's not necessarily an exam. Like, this could be just you starting your journey in school, or, you know, starting your career or your dream job. Like, who knows if I will practice hygiene ever again. But for me, it's just like, I am just so humbled and beyond grateful to be where I am right now. And I am putting one foot in front of the other. I am blessed that I am a yoga teacher, and that is giving me some kind of income. I am building my website. I'm building my yoga brand. I am still fortunate to have a job with the dental practice that I was working with a couple days a week, just helping out. And I'm okay with that. I feel like everyone's time is just right. And there is just so much that we can do with our lives. It's not just one specific thing. So I do believe in those cliche little quotes, like, you know, if you fall 7, get up 8, you know, or the simplest one is moving forever forward. Like, time just keeps ticking. The world keeps going, you know, and I feel like the universe, God, is divinely guiding you and your path. And there is a reason for every single hiccup. And yeah, I just wanted to share this experience with you, to really encourage you no matter where you are in your journey, just know that you are exactly where you need to be. And everything that you have gone through, everything that you're going through is for a reason that we don't understand. And maybe we will never get the answers or have the answer to it, but there is a reason for it. And I mean, we work hard every single day, just getting out of bed. That if you got out of bed today, give yourself a round of applause, because I have had a rough weekend and I was in bed for 2 days and I got out of bed today. So I am grateful, and I accept exactly where I am right now in my life, as you should too, because we are forever moving forward. Thank you so much for sharing your energy here with me today, and I will see you in the next podcast. Over and out.